The most anticipated event of the Hunter Classic for the entire year is finally upon us once again with a new twist with the werewolves. Apparently, there have been golden werewolves added to Timbergold Trails as well. So of course there are the commons and the albinos, but new this year are the golden ones. So the hope is that we can maybe stumble into one of those. I've activated the Halloween mission, so collectibles and stuff like that are going to definitely be something to look out for as well. And I'm really looking forward to those first couple of werewolf encounters where the adrenaline is just a little higher until you kind of get used to them just running full bore at you and trying to make those shots before they get to you. You get into like pockets of them too. So, sometimes you'll have like, there we go. So one just sounded off. It wasn't like the howl. There's a sound they make that you can't ID. That is, they know you're there and they're going to charge you. So we can just stand here. Eventually they'll come to us. By the way, I should mention I'm trying to help Kyla understand how this goes. We'll do it on stream or something at some point. I hear him. Oh, okay. The other direction. So what I like to do is walk backwards and shoot at that brain area. It tends to be a pretty effective method. I don't know why. There's the whole thing about like moving and stabilizing your gun. And I think that tends to work pretty decent. So 3_, not bad for a female actually. And yeah, you see how fast things happen.
How do I know which one's a good werewolf and which one's not, like, number base wise?
360, 370 is a big one.
Okay.
If you get a 380, you really did some. Assuming that it's there's two. Okay. So we're gonna stand in the open so that we can see the best and so that it's flat whenever they do decide to charge us. One's coming from up the hill. I don't know where the other one sounded off from. I see him. Is that a gold one? It is. Ah, not the best shot. Might have to go after that. Where are you at? Of course. Got the common. The gold one, we'll have to see where that shot was. We'll probably have to encounter him again. Brain, left lung, 294, smaller than the female. What is the blood? Intestines. I don't think that kills them. Well, really good information to have. An intestine shot will do the job. And you see where that impacted, like right in the back. So we were a little bit too high. But that is a golden werewolf. We know from the tracks that it was a female 121 kg, so kind of towards the upper end. Now the fact that it was liver, stomach, intestine, like as many intestine organs as you can get may have helped. But I mean, yeah, we're not in the worst spot here. I've seen worse lighting for sure on Timbergold during this event. Probably not the best either, but there are trophy shot poses for the werewolves. We'll see if we can pick a good one, especially for the fact that it is a golden one. There's a little bit of like a, I guess, moonlight coming from that direction. That's not too bad. I really struggled to like get a decent pose where on the hillside it didn't look bad and the lighting was right, and I think this is about as good as we're gonna get. By the way, I had to cut a little gap in my hat here for the mask to fit through. This is the new Halloween event hat. I don't remember exactly what it's called. We can go into the inventory and do that. Now, I'm not sure how rare these golden werewolves are. I would have to assume that they are reasonably common because you're expected to get one for the mission. So I'm going to hope that we can get a better one during the course of this event, and we won't actually taxonomize that. This hat, by the way, is the Van Helsing hat. Just a nice little Halloween addition to wear while we're out here. I think there are 3 different werewolves trying to come down here. We actually had to reset. I kind of got pushed into the water where I couldn't move. So this will be interesting. Got one coming there. That's a female. Managed to get that one. We need to make sure we can reload in time. That's the big thing. I know there were 2 others. Now there's a chance. There's one standing off there. There's a chance that the direction they choose to come from could mess with us. It sounds like they're just everywhere. Unless the water is stopping them, which is possible, I don't quite know where they are. I guess we'll go ahead and grab this one and keep on moving. No sign of any others. That one's sounding off again. Well, one thing's for sure, we'll have to check tracks and look at weights. Sounds like we are about to have an encounter in, well, maybe multiple encounters. in a place where I don't think we can see the best. I want to get maybe just right on this ridge. The thing is, the one that called to the left, we're not going to be in a good spot for it. Maybe if we just kind of, man, every time we move, it sounds like another one sounds off. But if we kind of wedge ourselves over in this area, not the best shot. That was a big one, too. It might have been lungs. I would check the blood, but I don't think we have time for such things. I'm expecting at any second to hear that second one, and I know it's going to be honest, like, so fast. Coming from the left? Unless it's stuck. What do we have here? Body blood. So we're going to have to go and shoot that one again. This one's finally getting here. Hopefully we can make a better shot on it. Not the best again. That was a female, so I don't mind that as much. Looks like lungs, so that one's going to go down. And then, I know there was a third. I don't hear it for the moment. So, I guess we'll try to track down the bigger one. Maybe leave a waypoint here to go and find the female. And in the meantime, we may encounter the third, just trying to get down here. I honestly have no idea if that's going to be our bigger one. Oh, we got a gold one there. Don't know. Can we get that spotted? We couldn't. Alright, we got to track that down. But I think the one that sounded off may have been the one that we're calling. And now we have that coming in. As long as it doesn't run into the water, we're fine, which it's going to, isn't it? That's a female. So where... Hi. Where is this bigger guy? And quite honestly, now I don't know which track for sure is the female one. One sounded off over there. That's a female. Fleeing 120 to 140 female. See, this 135 to 170 may well have been that gold. That'll be a decent male. I say we track that, hope that it's the right one, and then maybe encounter our other one as we do it. I just don't... There's so many here. We are going to have a heck of a time, I already know, trying to go up through here, but at least there's potentially a good reward on the other side of it all. There's one ready to go. Now, we're kind of getting up towards the river, and again, we just saw it. If you have a werewolf charge you and it runs into the water, another one down there as well, they will stop and just flee. I'm not exactly sure what the purpose is. Man, I don't think we're in a good spot. I say we just back up. I think that's probably the most logical move, because they are charging us regardless. So we kind of get down here where it's flat. That is a common female. Oh, well, there's our guy, and we're reloading. Quite unfortunate, but I thought there was a third, there's a fourth. I hope our gold one comes down here then. I would really like to get it, you know, in the open where a trophy shot would look good. Got one coming from down there. They're all kind of coming the same direction, which is interesting. Another common. Got that. No sign of the gold one. It would just about make sense that the one we're tracking would run us over when we literally cannot get a shot off. That is, of course, the point of carrying medkits. It's going to be real tough to track him now, because we know he came back down here, and I guess the good news is eliminating some of the werewolves will... There's our gold one. Will, give her some tracks. Ah, man. Lung shot, I think? It was. I really wanted to drop him in the open. I hope he goes down somewhere where the trophy shot will look good. But it was a male gold, which... that was kind of something I really wanted to accomplish over the course of this event. And here we are, 30 minutes in. We've made a lethal shot on one. We just got to go and recover it. I'm wondering, too, like, the water may be a factor. Man, we can't see anything here. I don't know about this. I can't believe we got that. That was such a close shot. We're in multiplayer, so we can't just pause the game and claim that. Real quick, we're going to throw more bullets in there while I don't hear any coming. Guess we can reload. Maybe the water saved us? I mean, I think there were 3. Again. Common female there that we were able to get at 1.7 meters. They don't get a whole lot closer until they're already killing you. Little skull collectible. I guess we'll keep on tracking here. I could be wrong, but I'm starting to wonder if they've upped the spawn rate of werewolves this year, because they're just all over the place. I think that tiny little puddle just saved us from that female, but quite honestly, I am fine with that. There are multiple others around. I'm trying to determine if the gold one that we shot just like ran through the water to flee. Now they'll do that. It's just that they won't charge through water. I don't see any of his tracks just yet. Well, there's a mule deer buck out there, but we're about to spook that with another charging werewolf, a small male. Nice close shot yet again, but it is always nice when we can really line up the shot for that brain hit. 1.9 meters and a 284 score. And another werewolf sounding off. So, oh, there is another track here, so I guess our gold is on this side. Worth coming over here, but it certainly seems like there are a ton of alive ones still over here. I mean, we can't even track very far without getting attacked by one. Another little female. Getting a little better at those super close quick shots. Hard shot that one, in fact, with the brain at a 240 score. Gotta reload and continue tracking. I gotta think we should be close to finding our gold one. I mean, it's gone far already. I'm just really crossing my fingers that wherever it goes down at, maybe there's going to be a little bit of decent lighting. I expect it to be, I don't know, next couple hundred meters, maybe even less, although I still don't see it. I mean, I guess it could have been worse. There is some light here, but I'm not too sure how we're going to go about this just yet. Probably this little patch right there. But a 150 kg golden werewolf, 335 score, I mean, not too bad. I don't know what our best albino was ever, but it's not a whole lot different than that right there. So definitely not too bad. It's actually brightening up quite a lot, so we may try to make this quick. We'll see if, can we zoom in enough over here? Sorta. Kinda gotta be on this side though. I genuinely think this is about as good as we're gonna do, and I do like the kind of attacking poses with the werewolves. It's always fun to set up those kind of trophy shots. I'm not sure if any filter is gonna help us. The shadows kinda does. Chroma's too much. I wanna compare shadows to normal. I think the shadows does actually a lot. I don't know, we may go with that, and we're definitely going to taxonomize that. And, I mean, I know that we still have that other big one to track. The odds that we can even find it, I mean, that was, I think, down there where we originally hit him. We can try. We're going to probably be attacked by half a dozen on the way back, the way things go, but maybe we can run into him. The other side of it that I'm only really now thinking of is any that sounds off as we get closer over here could actually be our male. Like, we know it's not going to be dead. It's going to be out here and probably trying to track us down. So, I mean, any opportunity that we can get, we can't just sort of assume that it's some other one. We kind of have to let it charge us and take it down as well. Yet another one is coming after us over here, but if my memory of the location is correct, that wasn't him. That's another max weight estimate one, but I don't think his tracks are here anymore, which does make sense. If there are so many werewolves running around, and if they are moving as quickly as they are and leaving so many tracks, it's no surprise really that those old tracks would already be gone. So we can wander around. I kind of figure we may try to go and find the female that we long shot. I kind of moved the waypoint because I remembered where we last encountered the bigger male that killed us after we shot a female. And I see no tracks, so we'll go over there. We can maybe find that one, and if somehow he shows up, that'll be great, but he wasn't up to the max score estimate. We know he wasn't just, you know, top of the leaderboard's kind of big, but it's always nice to get the bigger ones, so we'll cross our fingers. This never goes well, but just for the heck of it, we're going to try to use the crossbow pistol on this one, and I think there are two coming from this direction. That actually dropped. So I think I might actually have a track from the bigger one. We're going to have to go back and look, and there's a chance that this is going to be it. That is it. We hit him. Probably shouldn't have had the crossbow pistol equipped, but I don't know, will a second shot end up bringing him down? It could. The good news is now we've got the gold, so we can kind of just focus on this one. The way that things have gone with this particular werewolf, I just had to decide to use the crossbow pistol. Well, that should be him. So it sounded like he had stopped down there already. I think that's what that is. So he may be gonna go down. I can hear him. Oh, he's stuck. Alright, well, sometimes they stay stuck, sometimes they don't. if he does remain stuck, I mean, we'll try to get another shot and finally bring him down. This has been a pretty long chase for this particular one. So, not sure if that was the lungs or heart or what we got, but it was enough. And finally, coming full circle with this particular werewolf, 167 kg, right front leg, body, and then finally a brain shot, 369.3 score. And, you know, we're not in the best spot, but maybe we can make this work. And by the way, the same factor that went into tracking this one originally kind of plays in with trying to find the female. The tracks have simply just disappeared by now. So that one may be a lost cause. And kind of a simple trophy shot here, but 360s isn't the best. I really like to get 370 plus for what I consider a big one, but especially for the fact that we tracked this guy forever, ended up shooting him 3 different times, and got him with the crossbow pistol in the end. I did want to go ahead and take at least a trophy shot of that. And I think, oddly enough, we're back where we started at this particular hunt, since we had to reset due to get knocked into the water. I think that's pretty fitting for a spot to end. So we're going to go back to the lodge then, and take a look at our golden. Now, we won't be able to change the pose, but we can put it in the lodge, and it actually is going to kind of complete the event animals lodge, and we'll see what I'm talking about in just a moment. So you can see from the previous events, we've got some of the Rudolph reindeer up here, the albino werewolves from the past, and the robots from earlier this year. But finally, we have all 4 of these platforms filled with a rare werewolf, and I'm really not sure what to do. I like the golds a lot. I mean, compare those two. The gold looks really cool, and it's actually our second biggest rare event animal already at 335. We only had one bigger, and actually it was the one from last year at 337, so not too bad. I'd love to, you know, see more event animals and be able to fill this lodge up at some point a little bit more. But at the moment, it's just kind of getting more and more filled slowly, and I guess really slowly, year by year as these things come about. But I thought that was pretty neat, actually getting a good sized male. That was really my ultimate goal. I don't know, if we get a really big albino, we may actually take the golden one out of here and put the albino, and then maybe make a new spot just for some of the other werewolves. But I thought that was really cool to get one on our first outing. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. We are going to be back a lot hunting werewolves over the course of the next week or so, so be prepared for that. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.